from NBC News. This is Today. Live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
Good morning and welcome to this special election edition of the Today Show. I'm Michael Smith, joined by my co-host Chief Palpatine, here live from Studio 1A here in Rockefeller Plaza. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate your viewership and we thank you for joining us again this morning. Chief, how are you doing this morning? It's a crazy morning.
Definitely is a crazy morning. I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm doing great, thanks, Chief. Okay, so we've got some new election numbers, and now this, as you can see on the side of your screen here, now this is going to be over here. These election numbers, this is as of about 30 minutes ago, but this shows you how tight the election is as of now. Now, I believe at this hour, now what she was telling me, it's actually 50-50 as of right now, but this was about 25 minutes ago. 15-20 minutes ago, it was about 50-49. Now, Akon Artist took a very lead very quickly because when voting started last night at around 9 last night after our debate last night. Our man was in a very strong position. He was in the lead. He was doing very well. But at this hour, he is not in the lead right now. It's about 50-50. But a lot of people are suspecting bots this morning. Which I would not be surprised if there were bots this morning. What are your thoughts about that? As a lot of people have been thinking that Akon's campaign are using bots. Our man Foley's campaign is saying that bots are being used. What are your thoughts about that, Steve?
Personally, I haven't seen any evidence of bots. I think last night's debate performance is not helping the Foley campaign at all. It was a poor performance by Mr. Nixon. And I believe that that is what's really, truly hurting them right now.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I want to show you some video. This video came in from you as well, and a viewer that was showing us that there is actually, I'm not sure I would call it voter intimidation, but there is a lot of crime going on around the polls that are prohibiting people from voting, that is trying to distract the vote, that is basically shooting people into voting the Akon way. Let me see if we can put that on the screen for you. Now, this is some very interesting video. It's shocking video, but it does not help the case of the Akon campaign. But let me go ahead and put that on the screen for you right now. So look at this video, what they're doing by the polls. Watch this video. It's really something. Okay, so that was the video, everybody. Now, that was very interesting video. As you can see, the bacon heads were actively attacking people by the polls here. They were just going back crazy by the polls. What did you react to that video, Shia? I mean, that was kind of really interesting video there.
This just shows why Akon Artist is going to be charged by the Department of Justice. Here you have members of his foundation going out and shooting people.
That's right. And I want to make something very known to the viewers that we got in last night that we did not report, is that Akon is being investigated at this hour for being an accessory to murder. Also,
not just being investigated, Michael.
He's being investigated. That's what I thought. He is being investigated for murder.
Yeah, he's been investigated. The Department of Justice plans to charge him.
Yeah. And this was...
Investigating and charging is two different things.
And they do plan to charge him. That's right. Now, it's, up in the air. But we do know that's what he's doing. That's what the Department of Justice does plan to do. When they originally told that is false, but now they are actively doing that. So that is really interesting there. As if he becomes president, I mean, he's being investigated by the DOJ. I mean, this is just absolutely crazy. So we don't have any proof of botting. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, it would explain some of the large amounts of bacon hairs and noobs in the game, but we don't know how exactly accurate that is on the botting. I hope that's not correct, but the FEC from my I've been talking to people over at the FEC last night. They said that they are being put on high alert this morning and throughout the weekend for voting, and they're going to be doing heavy filtering. Now, I want to show you our active election map that we have, that NBC News has of the election. Let me just go ahead and show you that. Now, this is the live vote count that we have. So right now we have Akon RS at 279 electoral votes, with Armand Foley at 259, with Armand Foley barely scraping by with Texas, and with Akon taking a very huge lead in many high vote states like California, New York, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Illinois. All right, now we do have Armand Foley with Texas and Florida, as well as Alaska. But it's been a tight race in many different states for Armand Foley, as he has been nearly scraping by, especially in Texas's 3rd congressional district. That's been very tight for him as well, and especially in that Houston area where Akon spent a lot of time campaigning in Houston, as well as in Austin. So that is the active that we have so far. I'm going to put that back on your screen so you can look at that once again. But Akon is very, very close to where he needs to be to win. Let me just go on here. Let me just do something real quick. Hold on, everybody. Okay. So you can just see. This is just, now this map is a little bit before the mail-in ballots have been dropped in. The mail-in ballots are actually on their way to being counted by the U.S. Postal Service. They are on their way. Sheev, tell me about this. Do you think that the mail-in ballots will change the outcome of this election?
I mean, if you look at how it changed the outcome of the 2020 election in real life,
Yeah.
mail-in ballots were heavy-sided for one candidate. Now, for which candidate will they be heavy-sided towards? Only time could tell.
Definitely agree. So, like I said, these numbers that we have are a little bit before mail-in ballots will be counted, and mail-in ballots are expected to be counted this afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 12 p.m. In Texas, and that's, I believe, 10 out west. So, this is before mail-in ballots. We're expecting that Akon will do very well in mail-in ballots, and Armand Foley's number will continue to decline in mail-in ballots. Now, these states' colors will begin to change, and these are projections so far. They could change based on the actual, the actual live vote count that will make them change. But that's the information we have right now of the election so far. So when we come back from the break, we're going to continue talking about these election numbers because they are very, very interesting. But when we come back, we're going to be talking to Lundis01 about his opinion on the botting, the FEC filtering, and the live vote count. We're also going to be talking to some more people coming up throughout the show. This is going to be a election special edition of Today this morning. Do not go anywhere. The Today Show will be right back. Here's Lundis on the couch. We'll be right back. Good morning and welcome back to Today on NBC. I'm Michael Smith. Thank you for joining me. We have some breaking news now I want to get to that I just got in from our newsroom, and I have some DMs. We have brand new proof of botting in this election in LA. This is really shocking, actually, really shocking news I have. So joining me now is Lundis01 from the house. Lundis, how are you?
I'm doing great, Michael. How are you?
I'm doing good. We have a lot of news to get to. So here we go. Our man is going to be joining us actually right after you. So let me just go ahead and get that squared away. Let me just give me 1 second, everybody. I'm just getting some new information. We're trying to add in our man. So Armin will join us on the call very shortly. So we have some information from his office on botting in the election. Can I put that on the screen for you? Let me just see here, because this is crucial information, brand new information we have that we never had before. So let me just show you this video. Now, this video is supposed to show botting in the election. It's supposed to show proof of the botting actually in the election. So let me just show you and put this up on the screen right now. So this is the same video, but let me just show you a new video we have of botting. Let me just show you here. It's supposed to be proof, but they're actively killing people in the game right now. So I'm going to put that killing video on the screen for you, and then I'm going to give you some other information on that. So let me just put this up on the screen. Our grabber is having some problems this morning. All right. There we go. Okay. So here's the video. Let's go ahead and play that for you. Okay, so that was video of them actively killing people at the polls. Now, that was just killing one person. They have been killing multiple people actually near the polls, going crazy near the polls, actually, in the last few hours. Now, Lundis, your thoughts about this botting situation, because I think it would explain Akon's rise very quickly, but it's unconfirmed reports still, but it's definitely something.
Oh yeah, totally. It makes sense for Akon to bot his entire election. All of his supporters, quote unquote, are bacon hairs that have, no real account in this group. So in all honesty, I think that it is a great big possibility that Akon has botted his election. It would make sense. It's very hard for me to believe that he's gained so much traction just in the last few hours. I believe that he has botted his campaign. There is no firm proof, but what we've seen in the past from Akon definitely should be applied here.
I agree with you on that wholeheartedly. So we do have new images from that. Now I'm going to show you this image of just a few minutes ago. Now this is Akon, full of just bacon hairs, but only an exception of a few people. Look at that. So this is all these noobs and bacon hairs and all these different people. Why? And this is like late at night. Okay, think about it. This is like midnight, 1 a.m. All this stuff, all these noobs right here. Okay, that raises an alarm for me, in my opinion. What are your thoughts about that? I mean, it's just him and basically a group full of noobs, to the exception of himself and 2 other people.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, I just saw that right now, and that's pretty crazy. I mean, it would make sense for Akon to bring all of his bots on, in the dead of night when no one else is on. So, he can sneak in a few votes without people not noticing. But guess what, Akon? We noticed. So, yeah, I mean, that shows you right there pretty much where Akon is coming from and his supporters. He only has bots voting for him at this point.
And I want to let you know that my decision desk is looking at calling Nevada for Akon artist officially. That would set him in that 6 electoral vote count, as well as calling Illinois for Akon artist as well. Okay, that's some different news there. So let's talk about filtering, because that is going to be a big topic here. Filtering it, well, Actually, let's skip away from that. I'm not going to talk about mail-in ballots. Mail-in ballots are supposed to change the outcome of this election. The current information we have now is a little bit before mail-in ballots begin. Mail-in ballots are supposed to change the outcome of this election by a large number. It's supposed to give Akon a larger lead at this hour. Your thoughts about mail-in ballots?
You know, I don't know if they'll support Akon. I don't know if they'll support Armand or, you know, the amount of votes. But yeah, either way, I believe that Akon, even if he gets mail-in ballots, you know, they'll be by bots, right? That's just, it's pretty sickening to see what Akon's doing, especially during this election. He's been a criminal, you know, his entire time on Los Angeles. I hope that people are smart with their mail-in ballots and that they choose a more logical choice. But yeah, I don't really see where mail-in ballots, you know, who could get the majority of the mail-in ballot vote. But yeah, I hope that Akon doesn't just completely bot it.
Yeah, I definitely. Now, the mail-in vote is definitely a big issue. I want to show you our active vote map right now on the screen, everybody, because that has been something that, again, a lot of people have been paying attention to. This is the live NBC News vote map. I'm going to put that on your screen real quick. Let me just put that up. This is from our board downstairs. All right, so as you can see, Akon with, again, 279 electoral votes to Armand Foley's 259. We have Armand barely skating by in Texas. We're not safe to put Texas in the Armand Foley camp. We do know that he's doing very well in Texas. Florida is more of a battle between Akon and Armand. Akon spent a very large amount of time in... let me go put that... Sorry. He spent a very long amount of time in Florida, and he spent a lot of time in Texas as well. He spent a lot of time in California. He did a great job campaigning in Los Angeles. He did. He really tried to rally up the vote. He tried to get the masses out to vote for him, and they are. And that's why he has securely won Los Angeles the way he has. He also has won the District of Columbia. It's 3 electoral votes. We just got that in about 10 minutes ago. So he will take away D.C. And that. So it's really crazy, honestly. Now, in your home state of Virginia, we do project that Armand will win Virginia. Now, he did spend a short amount of time in Virginia, but Virginia was undoubtedly going to be in the Armand Foley camp for obvious reasons. What are your thoughts about that, Lundus? And then we're going to move on to another question, and we're going to wrap up.
Oh, yeah, totally. Virginia, you know, me and Armand are both from Virginia. And, yeah, people of Virginia, they want to vote for him. In regards to the rest of the election, it's looking pretty close. I hope that, you know, as more votes start to come in, the map changes a little bit. But, you know, as of right now, it's looking pretty close.
Okay, now I want to talk to you about that debate last night because it was crazy. I know you watched it. I know we all watched it. I want to pull up some video here that I have, that we have from our student. Now, this was about the slander that, and the argument, back and forth arguments that kind of went on throughout the debate. I want to put that up on the screen so you all can see that. Let's go ahead and put that on the screen now. Now, the question was, what makes you the best choice for Americans? Let's put this up on the screen here. I'm going to put this over here. All right, so go ahead and watch this video, everyone. So, I'm trying to put it up on the screen here. It's taking a little while. All right, so this was from the debate. Let me just put this up over here. Right. All right, so, okay, here it is. Go ahead and, not this one. Sorry. Okay. But the debate, anyways, was a very interesting debate. You know, this is what happens when we're not prepared automatically when the show starts. But it's okay. Okay, here it is, everybody. Watch this.
The definition.
Realize slander.
Mitch,
telling a lie, correct?
Mitch, give me a second. Liam, $10 if you don't say the word slander for the rest of the debate. All right?
Okay, I'll say defame, libel. Those are good.
I'll take those words out.
No, you already bet me. Sorry.
$10 for all those words.
Okay, watch that one more time.
understand the
You
definition.
realize slander.
Wait, Mitch. Wait, Mitch.
I'm
Mitch.
telling a
Mi-
lie,
Mitch.
correct?
Mitch, give me a second. Liam, $10 if you don't say the word slander for the rest of this debate. All right.
Okay, I'll say defame, libel. Those are
I'll
good.
take those words out.
No, you already bet me. Sorry.
All right, so that was the video. Then now Liam really used slander and thought that he was being slandered against throughout the debate. What are your thoughts about that?
You know, I see where Liam's coming from. The two candidates there, you know, from the beginning, I believe that they were in league with each other. Of course, at the end of the debate, we saw that Technozo merged with a con artist. So, you know, they were both very much against him. But I think that calling it slander and just trying not to do any sort of rebuttal is a little bit silly. I think that it ruins the whole, you know, the whole point of a debate. So, you know, I kind of wish that William P. Nixon would have kind of stood his ground a little bit more and would have
I think
retaliated.
Yeah, I think in some people's eyes, it kind of made the Arman campaign a little bit weaker. But I'm going to talk to Arman Foley about Williams' performance during the debate, what he thought about it as well when you're done. Let's listen to one more clip. Now, this is what the candidates were talking about during the open discussion period. Sparks flew. Listen to this.
Laugh it up.
This is so funny. You can't even
Do
put
we
on your
have
video
any specifics? I know you like that word, Technozo. Any specifics? Do we want to get any specific plans, or are you just going to keep shitting on me? Really?
I do have specific plans.
Let's hear them.
Said, do you have any specific plans? Let's hear them. And if you're going to keep, and I quote, you S-wording on me, what are your thoughts about that, Lundis? You know, I thought Liam was feeling that he was very much attacked personally during that debate.
Yeah, I think that I got that impression from him as well. Like I just said, I think that Liam should have held his ground. He should have discussed Arman and his policies, because I know that they have great policies. And I wish that he kind of didn't just call everything slander. I really wish that Arman would have been there. And presently, of course, we knew that could not happen.
All right, Lundis, we thank you for coming on. I thank you for responding to these questions, because we thank you for coming. You've been a constant guest on MSNBC, so thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, Michael.
All right. So, coming up, Arman Foley will be joining me live, me and Sheev live here on today. We're going to be talking to him at the desk about what his thoughts are about that debate last night and his performance currently right now in the election. MSNBC will be right back with today. Welcome back to today on this wonderful Saturday morning. I'm Michael Smith, joined by Sheev. Sheev, you doing pretty well?
I'm doing all right.
That's good. We got a great guy with us, by the way. So, Arman, how are you? Hope you're doing well. I did vote for you, by the way. So, Arman, yeah, no problem. So, how are you doing this morning?
Good. What about you?
I'm doing good. It's a very early wake-up call for you, so I know it's not typically with the time that you wake up. So Arman, talk to us about your performance and your opinion on the botting situation and all that kind of stuff, because I know you have been very vocal on your thoughts about that. So talk to us about that.
Well, as you can see, that I'm currently it's a really tight margin currently. But I think our campaign can pull through and win the election.
That's great. So, your thoughts about the botting situation, because I know that has been a crucial issue for many people in your camp.
Well, I've personally went to LA and seen botting happen. But it's all up to the FEC, but personally I do think there was botting.
All right, definitely. So let's talk about that debate last night, because Armin, I know that you watched that, and she began asking this question as well. I want to play that video again of Liam feeling he was personally attacked last night by Technozo, by Mitch Matrix. Let's play that for the viewers one more time so you can see that. And Armin on the other side, you can tell us your thoughts about that. Go ahead. Let's play this video for everybody.
Laugh it up. Hilarious.
This is so funny. You can't even
Do
put
we
on your
have
video
any specifics? I know you like that word, Technozo. Any specifics? Do we want to get any specific plans, or are you just going to keep shitting on me? Really?
I do have specific plans. I
Oh,
propose.
Let's hear them.
All right, so that was him saying, let's hear them, which was really crazy. What are your thoughts about Liam's debate performance last night, Armin? Your place, Armin. Okay, can Armin hear us? Okay. I think Armin's having some mic troubles. But Sheev, I'm going to ask you, since, we were talking about this a little earlier. What are your thoughts about the performance of Liam last night?
I think it was a bit disappointing. Liam couldn't maintain his composure, and it was honestly a very disappointing performance.
Okay, that's what I got from a lot of people. Do you think this hurt Armin's campaign?
Oh, definitely. I think this has hurt them quite a bit.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick break to figure out what's going on with Armin, and then after that, we're going to be joined by the CIA Chief of Staff, Joseph R. Casey. Coming up, we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back to today. You can see an outside view of our studio. Armin has some supporters outside of Rock Center. You should be happy about that, Armin. Okay, so talk to me about William's performance in last night's debate in your place. Did you think he did a good job? What were your thoughts about that?
So even though I wasn't here, Liam did a good job. But Matrix and Technozo kept slandering William on the debate. And
Go ahead, Armin.
And what?
Yeah, I think Armin's having some troubles here. But I do want to let everyone know that I am in contact with the Akon campaign, and Technozo will be joining us live on today, immediately following this. Armin, would you like to respond to that? Okay. Okay, Armin left. Okay, so we're gonna have Technozo on the show right now, on the phone with us. Let's see, can Tech come on, everyone? We're calling him. We are calling Technozo. Okay, Technozo's on the phone. Technozo, how are you this morning?
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no problem. We've been kind of with your campaign. Okay, so talk to us about last night's debate, because we just talked about Armin about that. He said that you slandered Liam last night. We played those clips again about how he was telling he was going to sue you and all that after this debate. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, look, I have respect for Armand, but Armand is absolutely, he himself knows that Liam underperformed last night. I was expecting Liam to come in and, be decent, not be, maintain his composure, like one of your co-hosts said. Instead, what we got out of Liam was somebody who was really hot-headed, and, he instead of countering my claims with factual evidence or anything like that, what they did was attacked me for the things that I said without outlining how the things that I said were false. Yeah. During the debate, we literally had the opportunity to have the President of the United States, who is the boss of the Attorney General, to come on and say, hey, is Armand's the campaign under investigation?
Yeah.
And what did Biney Filipino said? And remember, I'm against Biney Filipino. I attacked him throughout the entire debate. When I asked him that question, he clearly said yes. So, I just don't understand, like, the claims that are being made against me. Look, this debate performance was just a disastrous debate performance. Yeah. The only people who really liked Armand in the debate were people who had already liked him. They're brainwashed, honestly, and it's because of all these positions that they're being promised. I mean, look, I have a screenshot of somebody saying that we should saying to Armand that they should give ranks to people in order to get more support since they're on the margin. And by the way, the only reason the Attorney General hasn't come out with an indictment yet is because the Attorney General is a part of the Armand campaign. That's the only reason. There's proof out there on a Twitter account. I can link it to you guys. But overall, I'm just really disappointed, honestly, in this behavior.
Yeah, it was something. She, any questions?
No, I really don't have any questions.
All right, so Technozo, I want to get your thoughts about this. How's the campaign feeling about that quick lead you all had?
Well, I think Akon's campaign feels really good right now. And I think, the claims about botting, it's very interesting.
I want to ask you about that as well. What are your thoughts about the botting, accusations you have against you by the Armand campaign, and others in the community?
Well, of course, a presidential candidate who doesn't come to Los Angeles when it's his big election day moment is going to accuse us of botting. But in fact, the reverse is true. We've spent more time at Los Angeles, and we've seen these voters who are coming in, voting Armand, and leaving out. In fact, it's them who have the bots, not us. So I think these claims are really false and frivolous. And, they're just getting upset that this presidency, which really was handed to them on a silver platter, is no longer being handed to them on that silver platter. That's really why they're upset. It has nothing to do with the bribery or the botting. Really, it just has to do with these are sour old people who they're upset that this prized possession that they wanted on a silver platter is not being given to them really hard. And you know what they have to do? They have to go out and work hard, but they refuse to do that. And that just says more about their character than anything.
Okay, thank you. Now, I want to tell everyone that Zardavex will be our chief election anchor for this coverage that we're going to have later this evening, our main election coverage. We're going to have it throughout the night until voting ends. We will have our official results will be out in, I guess, 2 weeks from today on the 21st. That will have our official election results, and then we will have the inauguration, I believe, on the 21st as well, actually. So that should be a very interesting day. Okay, Technozo, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you. And one other thing I'd like to add is kind of breaking news. We've discovered that the Attorney General has been in Armand's campaign. This is a big conflict of interest. This is unacceptable for anybody. And as such, myself and Akon will be demanding that special counsel be appointed in this case because nobody's above the law. And the fact is that the Armand campaign throughout this entire time has been acting as if they're above the law. And we're about to change that. And if they refuse, we're going to take necessary legal action. We're not going to sit around and wait. We're working hard to win this.
Okay. Tech, thank you for joining me.
No problem.
All right, that was great. Okay, coming up, we're going to be having a couch conversation about the election with the CIA Chief of Staff and our brand new MSNBC election correspondent. All right, we'll be right back. By the way, before we go, I want to just point out all the fans we've got outside the window. By the way, before I close, I want to say that before they do that. Look at all these people we've got in front of the studio. Look at that. Look at all those fans. Start waving. Start waving. I want to start waving. See if they can, if they're watching it. We have the stream right above the window. Gotta start waving because we got some fans out here, and we've got a lot of people here that are fans of this network and fans of Technozo and of Armand Foley. So I want to get that shirt in the frame, get that in the frame. Look at all that. Look at all those people. We'll be right back on Today, everybody. All right, we're live on the plaza here. Come out and see us. 30 Rockefeller Plaza. We're right outside the plaza here. Thank you for joining me once again. We're going to close with just some final thoughts on the election. Start with you, Joseph. I know we kind of ran out of time here, but go ahead and begin with for us, Joseph.
I've been in LA quite a bit, and I've been seeing, just everything that's going on out there, and I kind of condemn the Akon campaign for, allowing these bacon hairs to commit all these crimes. Trying to lead such a movement such as, the Bacon Hair, Foundation or whatever he's trying to do, you would want them to be, upstanding citizens, out there helping the community instead of hurting it. You get what I'm saying? So seeing all of them out here shooting up people, especially, tormenting the polls, while people are out here trying to vote, in my opinion, that's just kind of why would I want that? And the botting, it being as it may, they are bacon hairs. Bacon hair is kind of, the original thing that you see around here for, new players, new people all around. So when accusing them of botting, it's kind of hard to confirm that, given, everyone's going to quote unquote look like a bacon hair, in my opinion.
Okay. Can you take care of that guy, Palp, that flower guy? Let's go ahead and kick him. All right, thanks. So, final thoughts from you, USA. What am I call you? Want me to call you Akiem, or what do you want me to call you?
You can just call me Cadbury.
Cadbury. Okay, quickly before we end.
Yeah, I think that you can see the bots when you go in, but he also has this whole bacon hair movement, and it's hard to distinguish whether it's part of the movement or his bots. And he's just combined this two, and I think there is proof of botting. You could see that photo at 1 a.m. at night with him and bacon hairs in the game, just them. But yeah, that's.
I get you. My final, Palp, your final thoughts?
I think we're in for a very interesting election.
We are too. And Lundis, you as well?
Yeah, I agree with Palpatine. We're in a very interesting time right now. I'm looking forward to see this election unfold, and I wish the best to both campaigns.
All right, that's all I have. Remember to join our MSNBC election coverage that begins at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For all of us here at MSNBC, have a great morning. We'll see you later, and thanks for watching today on NBC.